These have been pretty fun PvP gameplay while it's my first war as a tier 5 player. It's been like 2 hours since we have been fighting, and this run with my 4 marches have been perfect, and I wanted to showcase the beauty of Call of Dragons whenever you are defending, right? As you can see, HT is pushing us in the zone 3 if I'm not mistaken, and we are near our cities, and that's the high value whenever you are near your city. Simply because you will be able to refill your legions really fast. But in my case, I have been fighting with these 4 marches for more than 20 minutes, and I will try to not refill. It's my small challenge, and let's see what we're gonna do at the end of the fight, right? Of course, I'm using Race of Remedy, but I think I already used all of the heals from Race of Remedy, so basically, I should be really, really cautious in terms of my survivability. Because if I will survive these fights, I know for sure I'm gonna get a lot of merits, right? That's the beauty of having tier 5 troops, and hopefully everybody who is watching have tier 5 troops, or soon you guys are going to unlock these amazing troops, which is the highest tier, right? Of course, in my case, for example, I spent like 900 days in order for me to unlock tier 5. And I have my own explanation why that happened and why it took so much time. First of all, I was never really, really focusing too much on the unlocking of tier 5 because I wanted to be strong in a current moment in order for me to make a good content for you guys, right? That's like one reason. And second reason is, of course, like I whenever I was making videos, and I'm making videos right now, I have to use my gems on some lucky spins, on Wheel of Destinies, because everybody likes to watch that kind of content, and I had to spend my gems on that events, right? And of course, whenever you are spending gems on these kind of events, of course, your treaties and arrows are not really looking that good, right? And if you have not heard, treaties and arrows are the mandatory items in order for you to unlock tier 5 troops, because treaties you need them for the rally building to upgrade to level 25, and arrows you need them to upgrade your watchtower to 25, right? So basically, since I finally unlocked my tier 5 archers, I can easily use my gems on whatever I want, right? And I believe it's one of the highest pleasures which I can do right now, because I use my gems on Lucky Spins, I can use my gems on Wheel of Destinies. Um, for sure, I have to use my gems on Forge of Light, because I believe like everybody should try to get the exemplar wish artifacts, but for a beginners and free-to-play players, I know how impossibly hard it will be to make 2000 spins and draws on Forge of Light or Riches of the Forest, right? But, well, I guess whenever you are making tier 5 and whenever you already have tier 5, you can try to get it and try to spend some gems, and of course you have to save your forged keys in order for you to get your desired artifacts, and of course at some point of your gameplay you will get your exemplar artifacts, and hopefully everybody will able to get those extra legendary artifacts which are such a necessity in today's game of Call of Dragons, right? So far, in total, I think I have done close to 500 draws of Forge of Light and Riches of the Forest. That's like together. And hopefully I will get to 2k. I know it won't gonna happen fast, but I will try my best. Let's focus on this gameplay, and I will tell you my thought process, how I'm targeting and why I'm targeting each one. Whenever you will see cavalry player running inside your ball or your alliance members, always focus on those cavalry players, because they, if they will catch somebody, that your ally legion, or maybe even it might be you. I'm sorry, but you will be getting destroyed, right? Hopefully, we can take down these Georrge faster. And of course, well, you have to deal damage to infantry if it's a necessity, right? If it's a necessity. If not, that means you can easily deal damage to backline and you have to go for it, right? You have to go for it, and hopefully you will have enough time to do free damage on mages, because for sure for archers, mages are the most preferable choice in terms of damage and merits, right? Because mages are having the lowest armor, and for archers, we are having the highest physical attack. So that's the reason why we are defeating mage players so fast, because of them having low amount. So right now, of course, it would be better if we could push through, because they have only one infantry player defending, but unfortunately, we are archers, we have medium range. If we are going to move forward for some time, we are going to get destroyed, right? And we have a keep here, and I believe we can easily use this keep in a good way, because I'm pretty sure we have a lot of tier 5 players inside those keeps. And yeah, keep tier 5 Magzay and Lilia is doing a great damage whenever nobody is noticing, right? Especially to backline, and I believe keep whenever their infantry is pushing us, these keeps unnoticeably is dealing a lot of damage, right? Because everybody is focused on a gameplay and nobody is actually trying to understand that those keeps are huge, and if you are basically going to defeat one legion, well, another legion will pop up from the keep, and for sure it's a great way to deal a lot of damage to your enemies, right? I think I missed a couple of seconds in order for me to have a free hit on these mage players, but yeah, let's try. Maybe we're gonna have some more race of remedy heals left, why not? It's a great time whenever we have a chance to deal damage to backline, to archers, to mages. Yeah, you have to be super. I have no idea how this Jung was so tanky, because we spent too much time defeating that hero. But yeah, hopefully we are going to continue this small pull, right? Because yeah, I can see these cavalry players running on top of us, and maybe it will be a risky play from my side to go for that side. And yeah, that's why I came from down from the bottom half, because we have way more members. I misclicked, yeah. Sorry. So yeah, let's continue. We have some infantry targets. Unfortunately, I can't really move up because, well, I just don't want to get targeted. Well, since we have our infantry players moving up, we have to move, right? There is sometimes as an archer player, if you are not attacking mages, you are making a huge mistake, and this was the moment where we had to move up, because we had our infantry players tanking for us for quite a lot of time, and yeah, because of that, we managed to defeat a couple of archer and mage legions, right? Regarding a new hero, I would like to speak about Yun, not Gromara. I believe Yun is the new Maggrat and Zayda of archer of mages, like in terms of strengths and merit amounts. Yun is doing like huge amount of damage. Yeah, finally we can see we are dealing free damage to mages. Finally, we managed to clear them out, and that's amazing. Right? This is the beauty of playing with archers. Whenever you have like couple of seconds of dealing damage to mages, all the pain and all the hard work is basically worth it whenever you are just destroying mage enemies, right? Let's see if we're gonna deal some damage near the pass, and I'm pretty sure our enemies are going to come back, because they have been coming back for like more than 2 or 3. No, I believe we have been fighting for 3 or maximum 4 hours. And during those 4 hours, in total, I got 2.5 million merits, right? And the comparison is that I have been using same amount of troops, same legions in terms of skills. And if I will compare me fighting with tier 4 troops in 3 hours, maximum amount of merits I have gotten was like 1.5 million. And that's whenever the long range warfare season was available, right? So today, fighting with tier 5 archers, I got 2.5, more than 2.5 million, close to 3 million merits with just difference tier 5 troops. So how amazing and what kind of difference it actually makes whenever you are running with tier 5 troops, right? Of course, especially as an archer player, having a way more survivability in terms of course, the tankiness and HP. What can be better, right? What can be better? Well, I guess everybody's running for this guy, random cavalry player, wants to give us some more merits, and why not, right? Why not? Let's go. Maybe we will be able to deal some damage. We should never forget that the cavalry players have camouflage, and whenever camouflage is activated, you can actually move your mouse like this, and if you're gonna see somebody you can attack, can go and uncover that camouflaged person, right? Well, they are changing the warband, and because of the warband changes, they are, well, they're dealing damage to themselves, right? And I'm pretty sure a next wave of attack will come soon. And well, I have to say, in normal circumstances, I would for sure refill my legions, but I have been fighting with these legions for, I don't know, more than half an hour, more than 40 minutes maybe. And I want to see the amount of merits we will get whenever all of these legions will be going home because the troops are defeated, right? So that's the goal. That's why I don't want to send these troops back home. Let's wait when our enemies will move forward. Then you can see they will move forward for sure. And yeah, I know what's gonna happen. If I will go there, uh, enemy cavalry will just pop out of this pass and I will get destroyed, right? Generally, they like HD attacks in a way. It's like a couple of hours with my own discovery. They are getting members around the pass. They are sending 2 or 3 rallies at the same time, and that's how they push. So, uh, I want this video to be epic. I know for sure we got a lot of merits in these fights, and I just want to continue the number, right? It's my first big fight, first big PvP fight, war with tier 5 troops, and I just want to know how much merits I can get whenever I'm in form, whenever I'm competing, and hopefully we're gonna see HD coming back soon with the rallies. And I believe they are already running some rallies, and they are pretty a lot in terms of numbers if you're gonna compare to us. But yeah, I will be honest, I'm really, really proud that I got close to 3 million merits in 3 hours. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but yeah, I'm really, really proud about that. Alright, another infantry player is moving up. Maybe we can do something, right? Yep. Yeah, this is the beauty of camouflage. We had cavalry camouflaged around here, and of course, this cavalry player will just go and duel him, and for sure, 1 versus 1, especially if you have Urag, you are going to destroy the infantry player, and especially if infantry player is Skogul and the Atheist, right? Which is uh, not that good. Maybe we're gonna just try to force the fight without them using rally. That's another way, right? Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. Maybe we're gonna interrupt their rally and they will move up by themselves. We never know. Never know. This troop is low HP. maybe I will be able to deal damage. Alright, let's wait a couple of seconds more. Hopefully our enemies are going to send the troops here. Yeah, we are just waiting for the rally. See, I think it should be coming really soon. So yeah. So basically, in terms of Indicentara, we are using normal archers like wyverns on Indicentara because we want to be a little bit tanky. Other than that, we have Spearman tier 5 here, we have Spearman tier 5, and we have Spearman tier 5. Only weak hero in all of these hero pairs is Falgrim, which is 5111, and that's the only 5111 hero in this 4 March, right? My Kinnara is awakened, Hsiang is awakened, Zayda is awakened, and Maggrat is 5551. Of course, I did not put skills on my on the garrison skill. Maybe in the future I will change my mind, honestly, because well, next heroes are archer heroes. Of course, I will put legendary tokens on archer heroes, but after that it will be a long time until the next archer heroes. So basically, I will just try and go with the flow. Maybe I will have enough tokens to actually get uh, Maggrat Awakened also, right? Because it won't gonna be bad. 50% more on Maggrat Awakening skill might be good, right? Alright, let's see. We are basically waiting for the HD to run rallies because that's the indicator that they are pushing. Uh, we can easily say they are way more. And if you want to a comment on a video why I'm not refilling my legions. I'm basically on a record number of merits on my troops right now, and I'm pretty sure that's a fact. So basically, I want to continue, right? I want to get even more because Maggrat just lost like 30% HP, and I'm pretty sure we can still fight. Also, we have still 10 more minutes on the Race of Remedy. We don't have heals anymore, uh, but Race of Remedy has 50% attack increase, physical attack increase, and that's also a good way to increase your merits, right? So already every single second we should see the rally moving. Hopefully it will be the case, right? Because they are watching that we are really low in terms of numbers, right? Cavalry, maybe. Yeah. So basically, comparisons behind tier 4 and tier 5 is huge, right? So I believe if my goal was to hit 12 million merits before, right now my goal should be, I don't know, 50 million, depending on fights, right? Depending on fights, how fast and how often fights are going to happen. And I think enemy is just moving up. What? Or maybe it was just small cavalry rush. And hopefully, yeah, like I hope their rally is coming through. If not, then we just wasted, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes talking about nothing, waiting for more merits. But hopefully, we will be rewarded because I'm pretty sure we have more than 100k merits in our Maggrat and Zayda after fighting for like 45 or 50 minutes with this 4 March. That's the only reason why I'm not sending them back and not refilling. I just see what will be our maximum in the 5 troops, right? But of course, everything has its own limits. If these guys won't gonna start fighting in approximately like 1 minute, then alright, that's enough. We're gonna check merits and that's G, right? But yeah, hopefully we're gonna see another fight here. If not, not a big deal. I'm pretty sure we already did amazingly fine with my 4 marches, right? And unfortunately, I don't really see the rally moving up, unfortunately. But yeah, finally they are moving up. Let's go. We should get a lot of merits, right? We should get a lot of merits. Yeah, they chose the correct space. We have not had a single member here, right? Yep, yep, yep. We have to move up. I don't know, maybe we fall asleep. If I will be the only person who is moving up, then yeah, I'm sorry. Fortunately, it won't gonna be good. Maybe we are standing here. I don't know. I don't know what's the plan. Unfortunately, I'm playing on a streamer's mode, which means the markers are hidden for me. But I believe we can go and attack the pass, right? Yep, yep. That's the correct choice because a lot of them are going there. If we're gonna close the pass from our enemies, that should be the perfect choice. Let's try to do that, right? Let's try to do that. These mages are moving up, help out players. Why not, right? Why not? Let's make them their push little bit harder, and we are finally dealing some damage. Remember one important stuff about the blink. If infantry has a blink, of course, it's really you have to be really cautious. But remember, infantry with blink are not that tanky. They are pretty weak in terms of tankiness. So if you are going to focus on the blink infantries, yeah, just do it because they are going to be defeated really fast, right? So I think we made the correct choice since if we're gonna close this gap and they won't gonna refill their allegiance, at some point we are going to destroy them, right? So I think that's a correct choice. It was important for us to close this pass. They won't gonna be able to refill their allegiance, and yeah, I think it's a good idea to make this closed, and slowly we are going to attack our enemies from the back, and I believe it will be really funny because yeah, they are kind of stuck here, right? HD is kind of stuck here. Let's see how well we are going to play around these right? Of course, we have to be a little bit slow. Some people should stay here in order for them to keep HD away from us, and of course I'm going to attack, right? Of course we are going for the maximum amount of merits which we have ever had, and in order for us to get it, we have to go and deal damage to mage players, right? Of course, let's go. HD is kind of stuck here. We have to play it slow. If we're gonna rush it, they have enough firepower here in terms of ranged players to wipe us out. And of course, like in the end, for sure they are defeated here because they have no ways of moving around. But we still have to be cautious. Because we want to get a lot of merits here, and if we are going to get targeted, unfortunately, we won't gonna be able to get those merits which we all want. Yeah, as I said, we have to just play slow. Slowly, we will be able to push them back. Here I can deal damage to mages and backline. This is perfect. Most important hero pair for me, Maggrat and Zayda, is alive. So I can easily have choices here. Of course, my other than Maggrat and Zayda, everybody is so low that it would be so much alright. How these guys came here, let's just target. Yeah, Falgrim I think got stuck, unfortunately, in this went home. Let's hope that Falgrim will survive. But yeah. Alright, let's just focus. I believe Falgrim will be another victim of this fight. But yeah, we at least dealt damage to these uh, three mage players. Our only hope is this Maggrat and Zayda, which is currently having, I think, the maximum amount of merits which I have ever gotten. And of course, that's the only reason why I'm still here and fighting. And I have not refilled because I wanted to show that number. And of course, will be shown on the thumbnail. And uh, personally, me, I will be super proud regarding that, right? But yeah, 54k is really low amount in terms of troops, and I believe we are going to deal really low amount of damage. So let's just move up and let's just check how much merits we got. We have our new record 155k, and we can see how much is the trade, 5x trade. 94k is from the Kinnara and Hsiang 3x trade, and 65k from the 5111 Falgrim and from the 5355 Nico, right? In the Centara, of course, they have tier 4 Wyverns, and I believe even 16k is kind of fine for this hero pair. Of course, tell me what do you think about these merits. Share your ideas, share your thoughts, and as always, press like, subscribe, share. You always give me more and more motivation to make more content. Okay. I I wish everybody amazing day, morning, and night. We are going to see each other really soon. Bye bye and luck.